felt like if I was like, you know that, all right, you know that song Same Girl by Usher and R. Kelly, like dun 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 dun, dun. Like I really felt, yo girl, what up Maria, let me introduce you. Like that's how I really felt. Like I couldn't believe that he was really trying to like play both of us.
Say baby I love you. Say baby I love you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Takyrah. So for today, I'm going to be doing my first story time on my channel. And I can't lie, I'm kind of nervous about this, but the story that I'm going to tell, as you can read from the title, is super funny now to me. So I just thought that it would be a funny video to share with you guys. Also, please don't mind my nails in this video. I'm getting them done this week. I moved back into school this week, so I'm trying to be all cute and fresh for school. Okay, so let's jump into this story. Let me put you guys on. This story took place in college. This player that I met, we're going to name this player, let's name him Ted. Okay, so I met Ted in college my freshman year, and when I first met Ted, my first encountering with Ted was actually at a party. He had just tried to like grab me, and when guys usually do that, they don't get too far. Like, so he grabbed me at a party and I was like, ew, get off me, and kept it pushing. So I really had no, I didn't think very highly of him at this point. I just knew that he was some guy that grabbed me at a party and thought that he was like cool or could get somewhere with me because of his status being a basketball player, which didn't matter to me. So my second encountering with him was actually through friends. One of my friends, she was dating his friend. The other players on the team, obviously they're teammates, so they were cool. One day that we were all hanging out, I was hanging out with my friend. He brought, you know, Ted along. So this was kind of like the first time that we all kind of hung out, and that's how me and Ted actually got to start talking and like getting to know each other. He was just really shooting his shot, as guys do, and talking his shit, and you know, just kind of like smooth talking me, which I can't lie, like I kind of like that trait in guys, sadly. I was just talking to him and I kind of started to like his personality, and I'm playing hard to get, just real cute, keeping it cute and collect, you know. So me and Ted end up actually exchanging social medias that day that we all hung out. Through social media, we began talking just like a little bit more. So at this point, he already had my Snapchat and my Instagram. We exchanged numbers via social media. We start talking, you know, just like clicking, connecting. And honestly, when you're in college, it feels like things with the person, what does it feel like? Things actually do go a lot faster with a person, just because it's like, it feels like you wake up and the person's there, you go to sleep and the person's there. I don't know if anybody else on the campus feels like this, but that's definitely how I feel. I feel like things just go a lot quicker because you're in that environment. So things were going fairly quickly with us. You know, we were hanging out every day. I was seeing him every day. He'd come over to my dorm, I'd go over to his. We would hang out. And you know, there was just definitely a connection there. Now, before I was with Ted, I was in some kind of situation, not with someone from my college, with someone outside of that I knew before freshman year. And this situationship that I was with this person really left me very untrusting of men at this point, and it was a very toxic thing. So it just left me not really trusting men at this point. And this is why, ladies, quick reminder, you should always make sure that you're over a situation before you go into something new, because all those grudges and problems that you're still feeling will transfer into something new. Make sure that you're completely over that person before you start something new, because that's definitely what happened with me. So obviously with this new guy Ted, I just wasn't very trusting of him off the bat. Yes, because of his status, so I know how girls are seeing him because he's a basketball player. And two, like I said, I just wasn't very trusting of men at this point. So I was kind of a little crazy. I wasn't really myself though, because the way I was acting, I think back now and it's like, wow, was that even me? But I was just so unsure of him. I was so unsure of myself at this point that I was reacting and really acting out. So we were already having like little jealousy arguments. You know, if he saw me talking to a guy, he would get jealous, and vice versa. I would get jealous if I saw him talking to a girl or being around a girl. Just stupid, immature things like that. But we were already having those sorts of arguments already, like the first week of talking. With that being said, we had ended up getting into an argument one day. That's a pretty bad argument because he had seen me dub his text, and he was with his friends when he saw me, so he felt like embarrassed that I dubbed his text in front of them, and I didn't know that he was like watching me. So he had gotten upset that I had did that or whatever. So when I'm telling you, this guy was like extremely petty. He was petty. He was like, oh, I'm gonna get you back, just watch. And I'd be like, why are you being like so spiteful and like weird? Like, and he's like, no, I'm gonna get you back. Like, I can't. To me, I feel like I have to get you back for that. So I would always be like, what the hell? Like, what are you talking about? But then by the end of the night, we were like good again. So I thought that everything was fine. I thought that we were cool. One day, he had told me that he had practice off campus when I had hit him up, like asked him what he was doing, and that he was gonna be around later, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I needed to get an umbrella that I left at his dorm, so I was like, I need my umbrella because it was gonna rain the next morning and I needed it before class. So I was like, I'm gonna need my umbrella, so we need to meet up. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be off campus for a while. I should be able to link you at like 11 p.m. So we actually link up right at 11. He brings me my umbrella. Everything's good. I'm thinking we're on good terms, you know, like we're not arguing, everything's cool. So come to find out the next day, this is where shit gets crazy. I'm walking out of my dorm with my girls to go get food at the dining hall. When we're walking, we see Ted sitting with a girl and two of his other friends. So I'm not trying to think much of the situation. At this point, I'm like, okay, girl, you've already been acting crazy and untrusting. You need to chill out. Like, so when we were passing by, I kind of just wanted to pass by him, but my girls were like, hey Ted. So them saying hi, it's like, obviously I saw him, so I have to say hi. So I was like, hey Ted, and he was like, what's up, shorty? You know, call me shorty. So the girls were like, yes girl, like he definitely doesn't talk to this girl sitting next to him, because how could he talk to her? How could you sit next to a guy you're talking to and know that he told another girl like, what's up, shorty, in front of you? Like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, he's letting this girl know obviously that me and him are like talking or whatever. We walk into the dining hall, and I don't know, something about this still just gave me kind of a weird feeling. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit back and watch. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just sit back and watch. So when me and my girls sat down to eat at the dining hall, there was like a window and we could see right out the window where they were sitting, right? So we're like kind of watching them. Sorry, creep status. But we were watching them. Finally, when Ted gets up to leave, you know, obviously so does the girl. She gets up and they hug. Now this wasn't just like a friendly hug. This was like a, we talk hug. Like her hands were on his neck because, you know, he's tall or whatever. His hands were on her waist, and it was like for a good minute, you know, one of those real tight hugs. So I had peeped this and was like, nah. All my girls peeped this and was like, nah, girl, they talk. They definitely talk. That was not just no regular hug. You know, they talk. The girls were like, you know what, just chill, you know, don't act no certain type of way. But still, I still had this gut feeling that something about this just wasn't right. By the time I walk outside, Ted had dipped, right? So the girl's just actually still there. Let's name this girl Maria. So Maria was still outside, and I don't really know what she was waiting for. She looked like she was gonna wait for somebody, but it was just really weird. She was just like standing around by herself. It's still like this weird gut feeling that I'm having, but I just don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to tell myself like, girl, chill, don't be crazy. I'm like, okay, whatever. So let's just go back to the hall. It was really nice out, so we're like, let's just chill in front of the hall. We just finished eating. Like, so me, Melissa, and Jas walk back to the hall, right? So while we're walking back to the hall, we're talking and stuff, but then we turn around and we see that Maria is behind us. Now we're like, okay, we thought maybe she was gonna meet up with someone at one of the halls and stuff. So we were just like, that's weird, but okay, because she was like following us but keeping her distance. We get to the front of our hall or whatever, and right next to the hall there's like some bushes or whatever. If you're walking straight into the hall, right, we're walking straight, we get to the front of the hall, and then the bushes are like here, so she goes like this, like, and it's kind of in the bushes now. It's like really weird. So we stop in front of the hall, we're still just talking, you know, whatever, and then we like look and we see sis in the bushes. So this one, me and my girls were like, bro, is she in the bushes? And it's like she's looking at us through the bushes. Like, sis is like looking at us through the bushes. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like at this point, I'm like, I have this gut feeling, something ain't right. This is weird. Why did she follow us to the dorm? Obviously, she's not meeting up with any friends or anything. She kept being on her phone like she's meeting up with some friends. Like, where they at? Like, it was just so weird. So finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take the opportunity, go up to her and ask her, do you talk to Ted? So I go up to her, I'm like, excuse me, can I ask you something? And so she like pops out of the bushes and she's like, yeah. I'm like, do you talk to Ted? And she's like, oh no, I mean like we're friends. Like, and I was like, as soon as she said they were friends, I was like, I felt bad as soon as she said that. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, my bad. She's like, wait, no. Like, I mean, well, he did take me out on a date yesterday and like he bought me pizza, whatever, and paid for my cab home. So now I'm like, wait, sis. Hold up, what? She's like, yeah, I mean like he took me on a date. Why, do you guys talk? And I'm like, yeah, we talk. Like, yeah, we definitely talk. And then she was like, oh, well, yeah, he took me out on a date, so I guess me and him are like talking too. I'm real confused, like, when was this? And she was like, yeah, this was yesterday. I was like, yesterday he told me that he was at practice. She was like, no, he took me out on a date. Okay, so after he was with you, he came to link up with me because he had to give me my umbrella and then we hung out for the night. So he was with me right after. So she's like, are you dead ass? Like, he told me he wasn't talking to anybody else. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe he lied to me. I'm like, yes, it's like, I can't believe he lied to me too. Even though I could kind of believe it because I don't really be trusting these niggas anyway. So I was just like, yeah, like, I guess he was lying, whatever. So she's like, I don't know, the girl kind of had like an unsure feeling about me and him talking. I guess she thought that I was just chatting and I felt that. So I was like, yeah, girl, like we're together all the time. So I showed her pictures, videos, everything. Like, we talk and we're talking heavy, you know? Like, yeah, yo, I can't believe he's such a liar. Like, she was so like caught off guard. We're just talking still about things. And I was like, yeah, you know, it's not even to come at you. I don't have any problems with you. It's just like for me to clear things up with him because obviously he's a liar. Right when I say that, Ted calls me right in front of her. So I was like, oh, funny, look who's calling me. Ted. I answer the phone and I'm like, hello? He's like, yo, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my new friend, Maria. And he was real in shock. I was like, you know, she's so nice. And he was like, yeah, I know she's nice. Like, he didn't know what to say. Right then and there, I hung up on him. And I was like, sis, you could have that. I don't share niggas. Like, that's all yours. She was like, no, girl, I want nothing to do with him either. I don't fuck with liars. You know, just being very like, girl. I guess we both leaving him type shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I end up walking upstairs to my dorm. And as soon as I get upstairs, I block him on everything. He was calling me too, back to back. But I kept declining, blocked his phone number, blocked his Instagram, blocked his Snap. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. Like, when I really cut a guy off and I block him on everything, I'm not going to unblock him and he's never going to talk to me, like, ever again. So I block him on everything. He's really going to have to try to talk to me outside because he's not getting unblocked. So at this point, a week had passed, but I start hearing things about Maria on campus because, you know, now some friends know and things like that. So people are telling me how, like, she still was, like, pursuing him and wanted to be with him, but how he dubbed her right after everything happened and stuff like that. So I was like, sis was still trying to be with this lying-ass player, but whatever. Yeah, I heard that she was still pursuing things with him, but he wanted nothing to do with her, that he, like, only did it to get me jealous. Like I said, a week passed. We've had no contact. I haven't seen him on campus. Finally, one day I'm going out to get dinner with my friend and he stops me. He's like, yo, T, I really want to talk to you. So I'm like, there's really nothing to talk about. Not that I'm still on the situation, but I'm just over it. Like, I see him for who he really is. There's nothing to talk about, Papa. Like, what we got to talk about? So he's like, no, I'm not trying to, like, spit any game at you. Like, I'm not trying to play you right now. Like, I really just want to clear some things up. So I was like, all right, what's up? He's like, I just want to let you know, like, I never pursued anything with her after, and like I only went out with her on the date to get you jealous because I told you I was gonna get you back for like dubbing me in front of my friends. So I was like, really, nigga? Like, you ain't shit. And I was just like, all right, well, thanks for clearing that up, but I'm good. I'm over it. I just didn't care. Throughout the year, he was still on me, still DMing me, because I had like already blocked him off Instagram and like Snap, whatever. So he was like still messaging me, still DMing me, still trying to get at me, and I never gave him the time of day again. So after the situation, I was basically just like over it. Like, I just didn't care anymore. I unblocked him off Instagram just because I didn't care anymore. Like, I was just like, whatever, he could watch me just glow and be cute. Also, I didn't want to have like any weird tension with him because of my work at school. I did work in athletics and he was obviously a basketball player. So I didn't want to have like any weird tension, whatever. I just wanted the situation to be gone and deaded. So yeah, I had unblocked him. He would still DM me, message me. In public at parties, he would grab me in front of people, just stuff like that. But I never gave him the time of day again. Like, after that, it was just a dub. Like, I feel like if you're that type of person and you could do something so petty and immature like that, like, I just can't bangs with you. But that's the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.